Hey everyone, it's Rodney Ross. We are out here at our project Osage Pine, which is 36 homes on between this block, the 6200 block of Osage, and the 6200 block of Pine Street. So this block of Osage is super wide. We're right off the Cobbs Creek Parkway. I love this block. So we're gonna jump over to Pine Street. I'm gonna show you where we started the first half of the project, and we're gonna come back here and show you our last unit. All right, let's head over to Pine. All right, so we are out on the 6200 block of Pine Street. This was the first half of the project. You can see here that, so it was just this half of the block. There's 22 homes total, and of the 22, we actually own 19 of them. We owned 19 of them. So it made it a lot easier for staging. We took this whole side of the street. I mean, now, it's parking, normal parking, but we had dumpsters, all sorts of trucks here. So, and we started from one side and worked our way out to Cobbs Creek Park. And now it's all done. It's been about a year. There's a lot of happy homeowners here. And now we're gonna jump back over to Osage. I'm gonna show you the last unit, one of the last 2 units in the project with the garages. So let's head over. All right, so we are out back on Osage. We're in front of one of our 4 garage units here. This is 6217 Osage, one of the last 2 in the project. So let's go inside. All right. So the coolest thing that I love about these garage units, first, as you can see here, we've got all the 36 homes have a foyer, right? But the foyer of this home is really wide. So the homes on Pine Street were like longer, but a little bit narrower. And these homes on Osage, these particular garage units, are like really wide. They're more than 18 feet wide. So the foyer area ends up being like really big. So we kept the open floor plans. By the way, this is similar to, the only difference between this and all the other units is that the basement level has a garage instead of an extra bedroom. So we have really open layouts here. These garage units, so the way this was laid out, right now it's an open living room, dining, kitchen, all that. How it was originally laid out is that the kitchen, first of all, there was no closets here. There was just open space, and the kitchen was a wall like this. So there was a door into the kitchen like this, and then there was cabinets along the wall, and there was another door towards the back. We decided it'd be a lot better to open it up and then make the island with the overhang here so you can fit 3 or 4 counters here. The rest of the kitchen, we kept as a straight row. I think it turned out really nice. This one, they went with the white cabinets, gray counters, and you got tons of light here. I mean, this house is so wide, and it turned out super nice. And we tried to add as much closet area as possible. We got this closet under the stairs here, another closet, which you can't see behind the front door, and 2 more closets in the basement that we added in. So I'm gonna take you upstairs. So we kept a lot of the original staircases here. We had to redo a lot of the treads and the risers. Pretty sure we redid most of the treads and the risers on this one. Went with the iron railings, which I think the colors worked out pretty well with the stain here. So upstairs, and you'll notice we have a couple little punch list items that the guys are working on this weekend. So it's got 3 bedrooms. These garage homes the back 2 bedrooms are side by side, not one in front of another one. So this is the smaller bedroom here, which a lot of people are probably gonna use as their home office. Still has a really big closet, which you may not be able to see, but you can still fit a queen bed in here, and you got a huge closet. So we thought it was worth taking some of the space from the bedroom. And the way the door is, it makes natural sense to have a closet right here because it's not gonna get in the way of your bed. So similarly, this bedroom, the second bedroom, it's a little bit longer because it's not right in front of the staircase. Same closet size, but you could see, you could fit, if you really wanted to fit a king bed on this wall, you could do that, have it face this way, or just put a queen and then have some extra space. So these 2 back bedrooms turned out real nice. Now, we switched the layout of these 2 bathrooms in the middle. First, this linen closet was not here. We cut out a little linen closet here. In the original layout, it was actually 1 bathroom, and then there's a gigantic bedroom, which you'll see. So this second bathroom, decent layout. The toilet is behind the door, and then you've got the shower and the vanity on this side. So it turned out pretty naturally, and I'm glad we were able to keep the linen closet. And so the master bedrooms here are really cool. These bedrooms were really big before, but they didn't have any closet space. So we kept almost the same size of the bedroom, except on this wall, we put the double. They're almost the same closets, same size closets as the other room, but we got 2 of them. So a his and a hers, or hers and a hers, or his and a his, or whoever wants to take up all the closet space. And then also what we did, this ledge, the coolest thing about these homes is when we go back downstairs, I'll point it out, but the width of these windows is gigantic. If you can see across the street here, across the street, the size of the windows is this big. So on these houses, not only are the homes wider, but we have double the width of these windows on both floors. So on the first floor downstairs, you have double, I don't know, the windows are probably 8 or 9 feet tall. That's why you get so much light in both the living room area and then this front master bedroom. So the master bath, kept pretty straightforward. We went with we put walk-in showers with, I don't know what you call this type of tile, but we put these in all the master baths, but this one ended up being a little bit wider than some of the other layouts and a little bit deeper. So, and we left a wall here so that the buyers could add like shelving or whatever they want afterwards. So, ended up working out really nicely. So we're gonna go downstairs and I'll show you the basement and the garage area. And while we're going down here, you can see, again, you've got a double wide, really tall window in the front here, instead of just having a single wide one across the street. So, and by the way, all the homes have hardwood floors, which you can see, and then in these bottom, in the lower levels, we've got, we used a couple different types for the project. This is like a higher quality vinyl tile with a pad under it. It stays insulated real well, it doesn't get super cold, and it looks like hardwood floor. We started with like 5-inch tiles that were a little longer, and we ended up finishing with these 3-inch tiles, which I think a lot of people, some people mistake them for hardwood floor. So cool part, a little extra about these homes, the crawl space is really, really big. I don't know if you can see that, but it goes all the way to the front of the house. So you've got tons of space for storage bins and all that. And then in all the layouts, we kept the washer and dryer closet and a full bathroom with a stand-up shower in this back area. So you've got gas hookup, gas washer and dryer here. And then this full bathroom, which by the way is the same finishes as the master bath, and we didn't like cheap out here and put one of them, you know, like plastic showers. Big stand-up shower, and then obviously toilet and vanity. So turned out pretty nicely. This is a spacious bathroom. And then we're gonna come out here to the garage, which is why these sold for the most of all the units. We actually shortened these garages a little bit, believe it or not. I think this is probably like 14 and a half, 15 feet. It went even further into the den area, but we figured you can fit a decent size. You're not pulling a really big SUV in this garage in the first place, or a big pickup truck. So this is enough depth to have a normal sized car, like a 4-door sedan. So it turned out real nice. And then we're out here in the drive aisle. This is the coolest part about, and don't mind all the materials we have out here, but this drive aisle is really wide, so you can see a lot of people park in front of the garages. So in reality, you've got like 2-car parking, because you can park your car in your garage, and then you can put a car in front of your garage. Like if this were my house, that's my car, but you can see it fits perfectly in front of your garage. And then you can see actually the backs of the decks of the Pine Street homes, pretty much all the way down. Some people made they painted their decks either red or black. So it looks really nice back here. I think we may need to add some lighting, because we only have, whatever. So I forget if we added light. This drive aisle was real dark at the beginning of the project, and I believe we may have added 1 or 2 poles back there, because one of the 2 of the ones look different. And then last thing I'll highlight, utility closet. Obviously you have a back door next to the garage, and then a utility closet, which is loud as heck, is back here. So heating system, hot water, nicely tucked away so you're not hearing it in the den area. So that's it. This is one of the last 2 homes in the project. Very excited that these are closing. And this one's closing in 2 days from we're shooting this video. So thank you for watching. And if you'd like to find a house like this for yourself or whatnot, feel free to reach out to me. Thanks again.